Hi guys, welcome to today's video. We have a whole little basket of new goodies here to try, and without a doubt, the star of the show today is this brand new shade, Chili Crush, in the YSL Make Me Blush Powder Blush. And it is really going to sort of dictate, in a way, the rest of this look. I just took this out of the box. Stunning. This is my first shade in this product. Look at her. Because we are going to have a blush forward look, and because we have a mascara to try today. This is the Kosas Soul Gazer mascara. I am going to create a more sort of neutral, lighter, famous last words, eye look so that the blush isn't competing with the eyes and so that I can see how the mascara really performs. So we've got other new products to try here as well. I hope this sounds good to you, and if it does, let's get into that first product, which is actually a new shade in the Clarins lip oil. All right, guys, I recently bought this duo, the Clarins Canyon Kiss Lip Comfort Oil Duo. As soon as it arrived, I was actually disappointed, and this is without even trying it on. I really felt like I was buying a product that was going to be sort of specially packaged in line with what seemed like this really well thought out theme, and instead what arrived was two separately packaged Clarins lip oils. Look, it's probably not a big deal as long as these perform as well as my cherry shade of the Clarins lip oil, but yeah, I did feel like there was a little bit of a bait and switch there. Just so you can see how they sort of built this up, okay? They described this duo as sun-swept cliffs, desert landscapes. This limited edition Canyon Kiss collection features new lip comfort oil shades that capture the soft glow and shifting tones of earth at golden hour. The two shades that were in this duo, we have Rosy Grace. This is described as a rich, warm-toned rose. And then we have Fleeting Dew, a shimmery peach nude. Really? I mean, I guess this is a peach nude, but this, I don't know, does that look rose to you guys? Okay, let's swatch them both, and I'm gonna put one on for while I am doing my makeup, and then we may top off with the other one when we get to the end of the look. Okay, so let's swatch. That one at the top is Fleeting Dew. You know, because this one is lighter and it's just for sort of lip prep, I think I'm going to start with that one because we might want something with a little bit more color once we get to the end. So it does feel very comfortable, lightweight, thin in a good way, not gloopy. This is only my second bottle of this, and now that I'm applying this, I am wondering if maybe my original bottle that I've had for a while has kind of gotten thicker. I don't know if you've tried these. Let me know if you feel like that's happened to you. This feels thinner to me than my cherry flavored or scented or colored, whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and build our eye look next. For our neutral eye today, I am going to be using the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona. Beautiful neutral color story here. As I said, I will try to keep it light, and we're gonna whack this on fairly quickly because the eye is not the star of the show, as we said. So I am going to just put this shade, and I'll include the shade names on the screen, and I just said that as a note to self to add that when I edit. It's kind of stuffy in my house. What's going on? It's raining today, We have not had rain here in Memphis, and I mean, guys, it feels like it's been forever. It's certainly been weeks. Now I am going to grab that was a Refer 16, by the way. I am going to grab a Refer 28. Yeah, I'm like hot. I'm like, what is happening? And I am going to grab this shade here and put some of this in the outer corner. Next up, let's grab a shimmer for the sort of center part of the lid. I am going to start off grabbing this one here on my finger. Actually feel like these have hard panned a little bit. Some of these formulas in this palette and in Natasha's newer palettes, they're different than original Natasha Denona formulas. These are not quite as, I would say, impactful. They're also drier. I have palettes that are way older than this that still feel just as creamy as the day that I bought them. What I just put on did not feel creamy. I'm going to grab this shade here now. Yeah, they feel so dry. I mean, guys, that's a totally different shade and it looks the same, right? Now, let's see, I'm trying to pick a shade to go more sort of in the inner corner, and we are going to grab this one right here. And I am going to use a brush from the KJH Spectrum collection. I'm going to grab my Makeup Forever Endless Cacao pencil and run that along the bottom lash line. Then I'll decide what else I need to do. I am going to deepen up just a little bit in the outer corner with the deepest, darkest brown in this palette, which is this one here. Just trying to pump things up in the outer corner here. Do a little bit of cleanup, and for that I'm actually just going to use some eye cream. Might as well get some more hydration on the under eyes before I start going in with complexion products. Let's see, I guess we can go ahead and get into that mascara. I'm going to put my glasses back on so I can give you all of the details. Okay, so this is the Kosas Soul Gazer Lengthening Mascara and Lash Serum in one for sensitive eyes. This is $28 for the full size and $16 for the mini, which I got the mini because I'm trying so much makeup. You guys, there's so many new releases coming that sometimes I just feel like even though it's not the best in terms of like price per ounce, it just makes more sense if I am possibly not going to finish something up. So this is described as a lengthening mascara that builds without clumping. It's powered by a lash boosting peptide serum for visibly longer, fuller lashes in 6 to 8 weeks. I am going to curl my lashes and then we will whack this mascara on. I'm sweating. I'm sorry. Let's drink some water and then I'll put on mascara. Okay. Just so you can get a look at the wand there. It is one of those sort of hourglass shaped wands. I like the way that went on. It went on really easily. I didn't feel like I was fighting at all with it being too thin or too thick, and I was able to really grab the lashes. Let's do the other eye. I think that's a really beautiful mascara, guys. You'll have to let me know what you think in the comments, and also let me know if you've tried this and what you think of it. Of course, this is a first impression, and mascaras age, some age well, some don't, and this could get better, this could get worse over the next week or two. So I will continue to test this. I am probably going to put on another coat, maybe after we do foundation. So let's go ahead and move on to foundation now, see if it can clear up some of the redness I have going on. We are going to be using the new Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. I did do a full dedicated review of this foundation, and so I will put a link to that in the description box if you want to watch it. I have been continuing to test this out using different skin prep and different application methods, just trying to form a solid opinion on it. I will tell you that I so far really been loving it. So today I am going to apply it in a manner that I haven't before. I am going to use the N17 brush by Nikki LaRose. So I'm going to pump some of this onto the back of my hand and pick this up with this side, which is the side that you should use with cream products. Let's see how this works. Before I go any further, I do have a dampened beauty blender here, and I want to sort of tap this in. I'm worried about it drying down too quickly, and that's probably because I've experienced the reformulated Charlotte Tilbury foundation. I'm like, oh God, what if it dries so that it's terrible? Let's try the other side. Just working it a little bit better into the bristles. Really prime the brush. Definitely feel like I don't have as much control here. I'm not used to using this brush this way. I kind of want to try another brush just since we're playing here. This is a foundation brush from KJH Spectrum. And this is probably the most of this foundation I've ever pumped out onto my hand. I guess that's because my tools are soaking it up. I don't know. I do like how this brush has so much more precision So if you have been testing this foundation, I would love to hear from you, and in particular, if you have discovered an application method that you think is great for this foundation. Okay, I think that is looking really greasy. That's pretty much always what I say, isn't it? Yeah. This is a self-setting foundation, and so this should sort of, I think, dry down a bit. Okay, let me stop messing with it, and we'll go ahead and do concealer. So I am going to use my Tower 28 concealer. It's my fave. I like it so much better than the Natasha Denona High Glam concealer, which I think is too thick. She thick. And I have a Angie Hot and Flashy Kitten Paw BK Beauty brush here for concealer. Let's do mascara on the bottom while this foundation continues to set down. I am going to use a different mascara for this that I've actually been testing and loving. So I had recently tried the Swede Cloud Mascara and really loved that and thought, wow, I don't see how any other mascara is going to top this. Then I also got the Swede Lash Lift Mascara, and now I feel like this is the best mascara I have ever put on. I want to show you the wand on this one. So you can see it just has a little comb on one side, which kind of reminds me of the Prada Scope mascara. This is what the Prada Scope mascara wanted to be, okay? This was Prada Scope's fantasy. Now let's do a second coat of the Kosas Soul Gazer mascara. Yeah, I really am liking this so far. Okay, let's see. What all do we have left? I know, y'all are like, hello, get to the blush already. We want blush. We want blush. I know, me too. Next up, we are going to be doing setting powder. So let me tell you all about it. We are going to be testing out today the Kosas Cloud Set Loose Translucent Talc-Free Setting and Blurring Powder. I got a little mini of this, and this is in the pink shade that is called Translucent Candy. Now, Kosas only has 4 shades of their loose setting powder. That's all I saw, I think, on Sephora. I was comparing this to the One Size powder because I also have tried this in the pink shade. There are a lot more shades from One Size, and I think the One Size is a lot cheaper. The Kosas in the full size is $38 for 20 grams, and the One Size is $36, $2 cheaper, for 34.5 grams. That's a big difference, right? I mean, is Kosas that much better? I guess we're going to find out. I don't know. Okay, so let me get my glasses off and just opening this up, and it's got a little pull here that stays on, which is really nice so that you're not making a big old fat mess. Okay, so this is a BK Beauty 10 something. I can't read it with my glasses off, and I'm just gonna swirl in here and tap on the center of my face. And wow, that worked. Wow. Okay. Do you notice that a lot of times when something works really well, I'm like shocked? Okay. I mean, I think that the transformation there was pretty evident, right? Um, yeah, I'm shocked. Okay. Okay, so blush is on. I'm sorry. So powder is on, and now we can finally do blush. Eye is still watering. Is the mascara that's safe for sensitive eyes making my eyes water? No, it's not. That's not what it is. Sometimes my eyes just water. I don't know what the deal is. The YSL Make Me Blush Powder Blush in Chili Crush. It rhymes. Okay, this stuff is $46 for 5 grams, and there are 10 shades. This is described as a little blush in a little clutch. A long-lasting, velvety, soft texture. I was just writing my own words that like aren't in the description. A long-lasting, velvety, soft blush that provides buildable color in silky satin and soft matte finishes. This is one of the satin finishes. So let's swatch her. Ooh boy. Okay. So there we have the swatch. I only have one other red blush in my collection, and that is the Tower 28 Cream Blush in Finest Hour. So let's see what that looks like there. I feel like this is gross, okay? I got into this a little bit with my lip product declutter. I think I easily get the ick. I really do, because I'm like, oh, this is creamy and is it dirty? This Tower 28 blush may not be long for this world. I don't know. It's really, really pretty. I'm sort of shearing it out a little bit, but so this one up here is the cream blush from Tower 28. This could go badly. Box. Okay, I have 2 blush brushes here that we could try. A blush brush from Say that is designed specifically for their super suede powder blushes. And then I have this Gigantor brush from KJH Spectrum Collection. Ooh, okay, I wiped off those blushes and this is the YSL. The moral of that story is if you jack this up, it ain't coming off easy, okay? So, best practices. First, get your hair to stop looking crazy. Second, pick up some blush. Tap it out on the back of your hand. Holy crap. Okay, that is post-tap. The name of the game is restraint. Oh boy. Y'all, I tried. Tried, okay, right? It's that jumped up a notch fast. Okay, I feel like back here it's gone kind of crazy. I mean, here's the logic, okay? I'm gonna use a really gigantic fluffy brush so that the pigment cannot get too concentrated, okay? That was the logic, and I don't think that's how that went down. Let's try this Say brush. Try to make sure I get up to the hairline. Okay, so I kind of feel like I shoulda, coulda, woulda, applied this before I set with powder, because I'm like, am I gonna be able to tone this down? I don't know. Let's go back to the powder and see if I can bring this down some. Come on, Kosas, don't fail me now. Kosas is like, it's gonna take a lot of powder to fix that. So. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So yeah, the reason I was saying powder after is because it would have been easier, I think, to fix this with cream products. I could have, I think, cleaned this up a little bit easier with, say, concealer around the edges. I mean, this helped, right? This helped, but I don't feel like we got all the way there. I don't know. I do know that I look really powdery now, and we have a new setting spray to try today. And I'm kind of like, should we try that new setting spray today? I don't know, because this is actually a matte setting spray. You know what? We're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Okay, so this is the new matte Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Miss Charlotte Tilbury. I am a big fan of the original, which is probably what I actually need for this makeup look, but we got products to try, so we're gonna go for it. $23 for the mini, $38 for the full size. So this is the same price as the OG. Boop. This matte one is said to be blurring and waterproof. This is a light as air, waterproof and mattifying formula to prime and set makeup for up to 16 hours. One of the things that is a distinguishing factor is that this one, the OG, is said to harmonize the makeup. That's the fancy code for makes it sort of melt together, and probably helps to sort of tamp down if it looks too powdery. Just to shake well. So this is kind of like the Easy Bake from Huda, and that it has a ball in here. Surely that's good enough. And my hair kind of back. I know I could have pinned it back, guys, and hopefully it doesn't annoy you that I don't, but my hair is very impressionable. And so if I put little pins in my hair, it doesn't matter if it's only for like 30 minutes, I'll have little crimps in my hair. I'm looking for my fancy fan. Okay, prime it. Get it going. Okay, looks to have a good mist. Let's do one side at a time. I mean, right now, I don't think that looks overly mattified. I guess it's going to dry down some more. I don't know how long it takes for this to dry down. I do not know. I didn't read that. Okay, let's just go ahead and do the other side. Whoa, oh God, I think I went too far. Oh, okay. Dry, baby, dry. My hair is blowing in the breeze. I'm like this all the time, guys. Can you imagine? Even at work, okay? In my very corporate job. All the time. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. We have one thing left to do, and that is to top off with some of the Clarins lip oil. So again, this is the shade that is described as a warm rose. I didn't decide that. Let's get glossy. I feel like this looks really peachy on me. That is the final makeup look. Let me cover the Great Plains of forehead. I am pretty happy with the way that this turned out. So let's do sort of an overview of the products. So first of all, the Clarins lip oil, I think both of the shades are really beautiful. They're warmer than what I typically wear, I think, but I do think they're really pretty. I will definitely have to play with the blush some more. Obviously, there's a little bit of a learning curve here for me. It's possible that I did not use the best brush for this. I mean, I was using two brushes that I typically don't use for blush. I mean, I do use the Say sometimes, but it's really not my go-to powder blush brush. So I'll have to keep playing with it. I mean, I think the formula is fine. I really can't rave about it, guys. I don't know. I mean, that really did not, go as well as I would have hoped, which is the color, okay? But packaging is great, okay? That we know. We all know that. The mascara. I am really, really happy with the mascara. I think it's beautiful. I do think that it helped with volume and lengthening. It went on easily. I'll have to see how it wears throughout the day. Then we've got the Kosas powder, which I was really impressed by. Shocked at how good this was. I've been sleeping on this powder. Of course, continuing to test the Natasha Denona foundation, but I really love it so far. So that is all that we have today in the Shannon Makeup Show. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that if you did, you will give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me a lot. And I hope you will subscribe if you were not subscribed. And I look forward to seeing you next time when I will make more mistakes on camera for your enjoyment. Bye.